Good morning. Hey everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm logging on a few minutes early just to see what's going on in the market. Let's see. Let me just make sure all my volumes are down so I'm not you're not getting an echo. Echo. Let me check. Is my light on enough? Is that bright enough? There we go. Make it a little warmer. It's already Monday. Let's see what's going on. I'm feeling, I don't know, pretty chill about it. I have my candlestick pattern flashcards I've been making all weekend. I'm not done. I've just got like the stack started. PAVS is already popping up. Let's see. I don't know. I am feeling a little bit more assertive than I was feeling on Friday. I was feeling very chill about it on Friday. I'm feeling like, let's get it. So we'll see how things go today. All right, let me bring up my trades viz. So I'm ready to transfer my trades. And I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's see. Just set it to today. So we can start fresh. A new day, new start. Hey, good morning, Aligos. All right. Let's see what's going on today. I'm feeling a little bit more fired up because I spent the weekend practicing candlestick, my flashcards, and I've kind of got my list of candlestick charts for the week that I'm working on. I'm starting with bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, 3 white soldiers, 3 black crows. A lot of this is from our discussions last week. Tweezer top, tweezer bottom, rising sun or piercing, and dark cloud cover and morning star, evening star. So I'm starting with those. And my daily goal, I've got a weekly goal and a daily goal. My daily goal is I want to make sure I dial in on level 2. I think Mondays are going to be my level 2 day where I kind of pay extra attention to level 2 and just really make sure that I'm looking at, are there big orders on the ask, look for orders that show up and then disappear. What are those called? Spoofs. Yeah, PAVS was pretty active last week. So, and I'm trying to still identify candlestick shapes from last week. So this is a hammer, right? This right here is a hammer. Although the leg is, the bottom wick is long. Is it 3 times the length? That could be a Takori. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to I'll be calling out things out loud a lot, maybe wrong, but I'm trying to get in the habit of forcing myself to really look at them. So this would be a shaved bottom bearish, right? Some people might, well, it has a small bottom wick, so that's a shooting star. I'm trying to especially notice things at the reversal points, you know? Good morning, Spidey. So yeah, so I spent the weekend working on my candlestick patterns. I've got flashcards started. I've gone old school, and I'm just going through them, and I'm trying to identify. So I posted my weekly goal on my Substack last night. So these are the 10 candle shapes that I'm starting with this week. I have obviously a lot of other ones already kind of set up. So I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm really tired. I stayed up. I'm good. I'm tired though. I stayed up late to watch the UFC fights. I fell asleep during let's see. I watched Sean O'Malley knock out Sahabi, and then I woke up, let's see, I fell asleep during Pereira's fight, and then I completely missed Topuria and Gaethje fighting. So I'm a little tired. I stayed up late for that. I still missed the main event, but how are you guys? I hope you had a good weekend. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a little bit more assertive than I did on Friday, but in a way, I don't know. I think that worked for me. I think being very kind of chill about the whole thing really worked for me. And oops, I'm having a sticky key here. There we go. Okay, the total volume on this is really low. So let's go back to PAVS. So yeah, I'm really focusing on candlestick patterns, candlestick shapes, looking especially at points of reversal. It's a really long red candle here, like looking at what's the candle that dominates the session. Just really trying to dial in on that as much as I can. Yeah, sorry, Spidey. I've been focused on candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns is my goal. I spent all weekend studying patterns and getting ready for that for my goal this week. All right, so ROMA is popping up, but again, it has low total volume. The float's a little higher than I would normally look at. Well, the shares outstanding. Yeah, the float's 36 million, so that's a little high. I had a column for float here, but it didn't always populate properly, so. Oh, that's great. That's great. What were you reading them for? So I'm just trying to identify, let's see, here. I'm really slow at this still. This would be hammer. This is a hammer right here, right? This is a hammer. All right, so you guys are going to have to suffer through me trying to identify candlestick shapes and patterns all week. That's my goal. All right, so we've got, this is a hammer. This is an inverted hammer, and this is a hammer, right? And this up here is a shooting star or a shaved bottom because it doesn't have a little tail on the bottom there, right? Okay. And then I'm going to try to start identifying the patterns. Got it. Got it. Well, yeah, no, I get it. I'm just working on the basics here, Spidey. But once I get past the basics, then I'll get to more advanced stuff, you know, because everyone has to struggle through the fundamentals, right? That's really important. I'm a big believer in struggling through the fundamentals first, you know. But I appreciate you sharing what you're doing, you know. But you have to remember that everyone here is at different stages in their development. Like, I'm still new, right? And I'm still working on the basics. Yeah. So I'm just looking. Through my cards here, trying to identify some of the shapes that I'm seeing. Okay, so this one here is a Maribozu, but it's got a tiny tail down here. So this is a bullish closing Maribozu. Oh, no swearing. Spidey, no swearing on my live stream. Sorry. If I can't swear, you can't swear. Yeah, no swearing. Let's keep it clean, okay? Because sometimes there are teenagers on here. So it's got to be kept clean. Yeah. And I'm a mom, so yeah, no swearing. I'm just going to remove that last comment because of the swear. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I got to keep it clean, right? It's got to be, because occasionally I watch my data and there are under 18 people that are under 18 that have showed up on this live stream. So, and on my channel. So no swearing, guys. Yeah. Trust me, I love swear. I swear way too much in my regular life. I swear all the time. I'm from the Northeast in New England. We swear as like, if you don't swear around here, we don't trust you, but on the live stream, we got to keep it clean. So, yeah. Well, you know, it's very nice to hear what your process is, right? And I'm sure I'll get there at some point, but you know, I gotta do my thing, right? Just like you're doing your thing. And everyone comes to trading through their own lens and doing it their own way. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm happy that you have something that really works for you, you know, and eventually I'll find something that really works for me, you know. I think a lot of people on here have different ways of coming at trading, you know. Right. I'm not saying to ignore that. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. I'm a mom. I got to keep an eye on the chat. Good morning, Flip Flop. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely important stuff, but I'm not dismissing it. It's just, you know, I got to focus on the basics first. I'm not there yet. And once I do have the fundamentals down, you know, I'm sure by that point I'll start to develop my own style, you know, of how to approach it and what I focus on, you know. It is super helpful, and I'm sure everyone in the chat is really appreciative when you share that. Like I really, you know, I'm a big Ross Cameron fan. I've taken his classes. I'm still working on them, and you know, he'll refer to the SEC filings, and I get it. That's more on the fundamental analysis side, which is something that is definitely, you know, important, but I want to get the basics down first, and then I'll kind of branch out a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah, trust me, I swear a lot in real life, but on the live stream we got to keep it clean. I saw there were kids on here, so yeah. Yeah, I'm all about the fundamentals right now, and you know, it's probably really frustrating for you guys that are more experienced to watch me struggle because what's working for you, you're like, I just want to help her, but I have to go through the storm. That is part of the process for a new trader. You know, if I just robotically do what you guys do, I'll never really develop something that I can do on my own. You know, there's a difference between me like hearing all the things, writing down the suggestions, checking it out, which I did. Of course, I checked it out, but like there's only so many hours in a day, right? So I want to focus on the things that really work for me. So, and that is also very in alignment with my personality. Like I am someone I'm a minimalist. I stick to the fundamentals in everything that I do, and that works really well in alignment with my Right. No, I completely hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like I'm focusing on the fundamentals first. And then, you know, I'll get there when I have more time. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, I appreciate you sharing your approach, you know? I mean, I'm sure that's really helpful for everybody else, you know? So I don't know if anyone else is tired. Did anyone else stay up to watch the White House fights? Totally off topic. I didn't catch them all. I fell asleep before the main event. But um, I went over friends to watch with some friends, and then I drove home during the Derek Lewis fight, I think. No, wait, did I see I saw the beginning of the Derek Lewis fight. It was, I think, the fight at, no, yeah, Derek Lewis. That's when I drove home because I saw the Ruffy and Chandler fight. I saw Ruffy knock out Chandler. And then I drove home during the Derek Lewis fight. So I missed his fight. And then I fell asleep watching the rest of them. So, but I know some of you are World Cup fans. So, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. If you have to work, then it's hard to watch stuff. I know a lot of you are World Cup fans. World Cup is I live in Boston, and the World Cup is here. We have some games here this year. I'm not a big soccer fan. I really don't know much about the players and the teams and stuff like that, but it's super exciting. Super exciting that we have some of the World Cup games here. We have people from all over the world visiting right now. It's really fun. All right, so I don't really see much, and I think I thought I felt more fired up, but maybe my chill attitude is leaking into Monday as well. So just trying to really look for some of these patterns. These are the patterns, guys, that I'm focusing on to start. Morning star, evening star, rising sun, dark cloud cover, tweezer bottom, tweezer top. Tweezer bottom and tweezer top are easy for me to identify. 3 white soldiers, 3 black crows, bullish engulfing, and bearish engulfing. It's funny. I notice sometimes I have a goal, I focus on that, but I don't really get it. And then in later weeks, it starts to come together. There's definitely a lag between me focusing on a goal and me sort of really starting to implement it, you know? CAST. I see that on the Zendu top gappers with volume. Huh? Kind of trending sideways, right? Are you waiting for a breakout, Aligos, on this one? I don't know. I have low expectations for today. I don't know. Being chill on Friday left me with a small green day, which is a lot better than a red day. So, I don't know. I'm really happy about that. Investor sentiment. So I'm looking, it looks like, you know, the market might be looking up today. Let's look at the S&P 500 and see where it's at today. Okay. That's up. That's a good sign. So it's in here, 51. Kind of trending back up towards the high. That's a good sign, right? It bounced off this level of support, trending back up. And then it's kind of heading back up. That's a really good sign. Look, there's a ton of volume here. Okay, so you're not in it yet. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to break this level here. Trending sideways. This doesn't have really anything going on that interests me in a big red candle. That's kind of... All right. ROMA. Nope. That popped up right at 7 and gave everything back. So I guess this would be a good one to practice drawing trend lines on, right? Here. Looks like it's breaking that trend line. This is definitely one that would be interesting to draw trend lines on. Let's see, top pre-market gainers. Let's see if any of them have news. Nope. So it doesn't have new news. CAST. It's been in the charts a lot. Oh, yeah, you definitely, if you're dehydrated, definitely hydrate. Well, Aligos, that is smart, really smart to have that self-awareness, because dehydration can definitely affect focus, cognition. You want to make sure you're taking care of that. SDOT. Let's take a look. SD, what? Some sticky keys. I gotta find. My son has a compressed air. I gotta go find it. SDOT. This is a little bit pricier than I normally would trade. Yeah, definitely send me an email because it's so hard. Sometimes in the chat, I misunderstand things. And, of course, it's like texting. If I have something important to tell my boyfriend, I call him. I do not text it. I've learned my lesson. If I have something important to say to a friend, I call them. I don't, so it's hard with with the chat. Okay, so SDOT, it's a little bit pricier. I will trade stuff with higher prices, but I'll just reduce my share size. You're in there since 329. Oh, wow. So you're swing trading that, though. Is that because that's been going on for a while? So you're in from down here because you're swing trading. So that is a different thing. You're looking at fundamental analysis, right? You're talking about looking at, yeah, voice notes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that is a different strategy than what I'm doing. Like you're looking at, the 8Ks, the 10Ks, you're holding this for more than a day, right? So yeah, so I'm in and out in a day. I'm not I'm not swing trading. That is a different, it takes, it's a different strategy, right? You want to look at financial statements and, like you said, the SEC filings. Yeah, if you're swing trading, then you should definitely be looking at all of that stuff for sure. When I look at like individual stocks for long-term investing, I'm looking at SEC filings, financial statements. I'm looking at news. I'm reading up on the CEO. Like, I'm definitely looking at that stuff for sure. But if I'm just day trading, I'm leaning in hard into technical analysis. Okay. So, but you're holding this, you're not day trading this, you're swing trading this? Is that what is that your strategy? See, I actually did a day trade over here on this. 50 shares though, because it was so high, the price. It's a little higher than I would normally trade. But yeah, and so for me, the total volume today is really low. So I wouldn't get in on that. Wow, PAVS broke this level of support. I don't know if anyone traded any of these legs, but this is like almost 100% retracement. That's nice. But now it's on the downtrend, so. CAST, there's a pretty strong level of support here, it looks like, possibly. I'm still new to drawing support and resistance, but for those of you looking to trade CAST, yeah, get water, Aligos. You can't let that dehydration definitely affects focus, 63 million foot PH. Is that a ticker? PH. PH. Easy to borrow. Is this one you're thinking of shorting? Is that what's a poison pill? Is that a chart pattern? Oh wow, look at that, huh? That's the day that I traded it. Wow. PHOH? Okay. I'm like, OH? Let's see. Oakwood Homes. I'm going to write that down. Poison pill. When you guys mention things that I don't know, I make a note of it to look it up later. OH? Oh, you meant, oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, guys. I'm tired this morning myself. I stayed up to watch the fights. All right. Or I stayed up to watch most of them, not all of them. So CAST, if it breaks 633, I might consider getting it. It has a lot of more, it has some volume on this here, but I don't know. I guess I am feeling kind of lazy. TRIP. Maybe I had like a very like, I don't care attitude on Friday, and honestly, it served me very well. I was like, I had small green trades, and it was better than my red days, and I had fun. I traded SpaceX. I traded 3 shares, 1 in my Roth, 2 in my brokerage account. I just bought and sold them. I didn't hold on to them. I don't know if anybody else traded SpaceX. Oh, CTM. Okay. Let's see. CTM. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. So let's see. It's very much extended, but let's take a look here. Today I'm more interested in analyzing the charts, I think, than actually trading. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks, Spidey. I put that down too, because I've never heard that term before. So I'm looking here, I'm seeing the volume pulling back here. Just trying to take a look at, I think I'm doing more observing than trading today, to be honest. And I'm looking at the level 2, and I'm seeing some bigger orders popping up. Like saw 15,000, 29,000, 31,000. 21,000. $25. Wow, this is like a ton of volume going through. Higher shares outstanding. Let's see what the float is. Higher float than I'm normally into, but do they have news? They do. They received a multi-award contract. Ooh, that's big news. Which the U.S. Navy will competitively award individual task orders for specific projects with a maximum value. So they got like a blanket order, and then that is awesome. That is awesome news. I used to be, I was in the federal government for 17 years, and for 10 of that, I was in contracting. So I did government contracts. So I understand the value to that company is absolutely phenomenal getting a contract like that. It says they won a position on the U.S. Navy's logistics integration. I'm not sure what that means. The contract vehicle is structured as an indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity. Okay, I used to make those. I used to do those. With a total ceiling of about 250, where'd it go? 250 million. Okay, so that means that it has the potential to go up to 250 million, and they can always extend those contracts, you know. HUBC scam ticker, look how it moves. HUBC. Yeah, so I'm always, whenever I see government contracts, HUBC. HUBC. See. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. All those spikes. That looks super unpredictable. Yeah, I wouldn't trade that. But yeah, I'm like, I feel like CTM, this is really, really good news. This could push this stock up. I'm going to take a look at this one because I understand this news. I understand the value of those government contracts, those IDIQs, they call them, which is what indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity. It means that they can continue place contracts against that up to 250 million. I feel like this is phenomenal news for this company. So, especially anything defense related, those are massive contracts. I used to work on small government contracts for the Department of Labor. And they were still, when I say small, some of the bigger ones I added funds to were like $92 million, or, you know, like one time I added $92 million to a contract. I was like, so, you know, and those were the small ones. It's crazy, 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 crazy. So, those government, I mean, the Department of Defense ones, those are absolutely massive contracts. And the IT stuff obviously is super hot with drones and all of that. So this is dipping down, but I would not be surprised if this kept going. But the thing is, I'm looking at the chart here. The high is at 156. So how much higher can it really go? You know, we'll see. I'll see. This is just really good news. So the volume's pulling back. I wonder if this is going to break through high of day, in which case I might take it. But I'm being very conservative about my setups, guys. But well, okay, so the price is moving up. The volume's not moving up with it. But this has a high float, but oh man, the news is so good. The relative volume is only 0.8 times the 50-day average. It's hard to borrow. It's a higher float than I would normally trade, but oh man, this news. Okay, so let me look at try to look at the shapes in the chart. So this looks like a spinning top. Bearish. Now down here at the bottom, this is I guess this could be a inverted hammer, right? And then now these have topping tails. So it's moving up, but the volume is not moving up. That's kind of a concern. Yeah, the float's higher than I normally would. Oh, I'll look at HUBC in a minute, Spidey. I'm watching this one right now, but yeah, the float's a little high for what I would normally trade. This is definitely high, but the news is so good. Oh my God, you guys. An IDIQ contract, those are great for a company like that. Like these companies that do government contracts, it's like pretty not guaranteed, but like, you know, like that's like they have whole departments that just work on contracts. Yeah, I actually practiced that on the weekend looking at setting some alarms. But I was sort of because I was looking at trying to decide where to set the alarm because I want to have enough time to take a look at it, right? So I was thinking about that over the weekend of kind of once I have a feeling of like what the most obvious stocks are, because I've noticed that I have the biggest success when I, kind of trade just a couple of stocks. And instead of like bouncing around to like 10 different tickers. But I was trying to decide like where to set the alarm, you know? So that's a good I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The alerts, I'm definitely getting there because I was like, oh yeah. I mean, if I had multiple screens up, it would be one thing, then I could be watching multiple tickers. Um, the only problem with that is that, again, that might be something that someone who's more advanced, like you could probably have like 4 alarms set, jump to that stock that the alarm goes off, immediately see what you need to see and go. Whereas like I'm still slow at identifying, so I kind of need to watch more. But knowing that strategy, like that's, you know, something that I'm kind of starting to think about. Like this might be a good one to set an alarm for. For example, this could be on the back side, but like, let's just say I set an alarm here. I think this would be a good place to create an alert. I just have to make sure because I don't have my sound on because it would be too distracting to have too many things on. That's the other thing. I'm like such a minimalist. It's crazy. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to like focus with like a million alarms going off, but I have to figure out how to set. Okay, so the sound's not going to work. Play sound. What if I do, how can I, I want like a message to pop up instead of it popping up on my text, but all right, well, I'll just see how this works. This might be a good place for an alarm alert. You are not Team Amex, Spidey, huh? Right. So flip-flop, these are things like Spidey's strategy, this strategy, these work really well. I'm so glad you guys are mentioning it because it's stuff that I can kind of aim for down the road, but you probably have the bandwidth, both of you as more advanced, obviously experienced traders, to do more, right? I have less bandwidth because I'm new, you know? I want to aim high, but I also want to make sure I don't jump the gun and skip steps. But yeah, I think having a lot of alerts going might be difficult for me to follow. but it's definitely worth heading there because I had a big monitor and it was just tough to switch between my travel station and my home station. So now I'm trading on the same station, on my travel station at home, and it made it so much easier to trade in Vegas, you know? So now I have less real estate on the screen. So I'm really keeping it simple, but the I'm hoping that as I get more experienced, I'll be able to take in more information every time I trade. So NIXX, let's take a look. NIXX. I'm probably, I don't know, I'm just like really kind of feeling chill about it, and that about trading today, and that's been working out really well for me. So NIXX. Let's see. They have news. So their merger partner signed a 15-year MOU. An MOU, a memorandum of understanding. Oh, okay. So they're like, they just let the companies run down. They're like, you can just keep trading into oblivion. All right, so let me go through this list here. TRIP, very low volume, very high float for me. This, and it's easy to borrow, which means that there would be downward pressure on the price. So American Express to acquire the fork from TripAdvisor. I don't know, that seems like good news. If they acquire that, won't TripAdvisor get cash? I don't know, I kind of want to keep an eye on that. SDOT, that's some crazy price action happening for me. So I'm going to take that off. PAVS. This is more just to watch it. NIXX has news. This could be interesting. HUBC, I wouldn't trade that. That's too unpredictable. Well, maybe not unpredictable. It looks like it is predictable, but not in a way that I would be comfortable trading. I've got an alert on CTM, so now I can kind of not watch it every second. However, it does look like it's on the backside. CAST, trending sideways. So not really, I'm not really seeing an opportunity there. Right. Let's see. All right. So like I said, I'm not really, I'm probably going to do more watching than trading today because I really want to dial in on candlestick stuff. So this one has room to go. They have news. And, oh, the float on HUBC. What was it about the float on HUBC? So if we go down. Well, it doesn't show a float here. And it only has 3 million shares outstanding. So that sounds sketchy. How can there be no float? That sounds bad. Right. So, oh. See, this is the kind of thing I like to trade. Okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. So I would have to figure out on something like NIXX where it's already kind of on the second pullback, sort of, right. Yeah. So I would have to set the alert like down here. So I would, you know. So I like to trade these types of stocks that have they tap a high of day. Especially if it taps it the third time, I like to see that. So I'm not sure where I would have set an alert for that. Maybe because this is kind of in its upward trend with the pullback, so I would want to watch it. I think I would set alerts on something like CTM where it's on the downtrend, but if it comes back up, then I would want to know about it. Do you know what I mean? That's probably how I would use the alerts. Whereas this, where it was still on its upward trend, I would want to actually watch it. Now, I want to say this is a shooting star right here, which will signal a reversal. So it tested 153, tested it again. Hopefully on the third try, it'll break through. Hey, Super Naracmal. My day's going well. I haven't taken any trades yet. I'm mostly just watching. I'm being really like, you know, really, really chill about the whole thing. Oh, so it might be going for a high of day again. This is one of the things that I'm looking for a break over 153. I'm looking at the, oops, the tape, the level 2. It's tapping one. It's kind of like hovering right under 150. Interesting. There it goes. There's the break. Okay. It popped up, dropped back down. I got out right away because I didn't like that price hesitation. I was looking to get out at break even. So, ooh, okay. Okay. Nice, Super Naracmal. I know, that's so weird, right, Spidey? How can there not be a float? Yahoo is the float at 13,000. The 3 million number is the convertible notes into shares. Okay. So this is very tempting to want to jump back in because it's still driving higher, but I'm going to wait. So this was NIXX. Okay, so that was a flat top breakout. I love those. I have good. Okay, so you would have got in here, right around here, like at the tops of all the bodies. Yeah, I just really love these high of day / flat top breakouts where it taps, and breaks through on the third time. So now I'm looking here. This is a spinning top, right? This is a longer green candle. This candle has more volume, but it's shorter than this one. All right, so now we have high of day here. I'm gonna look for a break of high of day, I think. Another break of high of day. I got in at 167. Too much price hesitation for me today. I have a low tolerance for it today. Because it keeps reaching that price. So I thought after it dropped, I should reject it, but it kept going. Yeah, definitely. That's my thought process too. I like those. Why is my... Oh, there it is. Okay, my air conditioner's not pop. I'm like, my air conditioner dies. I'm in big trouble. See, I was going to swear, Spidey, but I can't swear on my live stream. All right, so... Yeah, I just... It broke this high of day and it popped down. I didn't want to tolerate that dip. So I took... When I hear a car going quickly down my street, I'm like, that's how I know I'm, getting old, because I'm like, who's going quickly down my street? Because I have a school at the end of my street. So I'm like, I immediately turn into a Karen as soon as I hear a car going quickly down the street. And I know right now it's before the kids are all walking to school right now. So I'm like, who's driving quickly? By the way, your first day on your... Oh, today is your first day on the job. Woohoo! Congratulations. I think I am becoming a high of day scalper flip-flop. I think that is becoming my thing. Well, I'm letting the data decide, right? So I've been looking at the data, and those are the trades that I've been green on. So honestly, I'm fine being a scalper, and maybe that's my thing. Yeah, that's what the data's telling me. Like flat top breakouts and high of day breakouts, I'm profitable on. So if I have to build my game around that, that's cool. I'm happy with that. So this is a shooting star, right? Now I'm trying to figure out, let's see. It's pulling back again. I wonder, at the market offering for 484,000 shares. So how does that, okay, set yourself an alarm now at 170. Yeah, but I don't think that would give me enough time to get back in flip-flop, because if I set it at 170 and then I see it and then I come back to the chart, see, I think that's not enough time for me. If I were more experienced, that would be enough time, because you're probably able to look at the chart a lot more quickly than I am and ascertain what exactly is happening. Oh, here we go. A potential run back up. So for me, like this one on CTM, this is an alarm I can probably live with, because it's a level of support or resistance. But I don't know if I'd be able to react as quickly as you would, You guys I'm not at your level. Like, that's the thing. You have to remember. Ooh, okay. Chart, candlestick patterns. So this is an inverted hammer. We have a shooting star, inverted hammer. Okay, now it's breaking this level. So, the chart patterns, I'm like way behind on memorizing the chart patterns. Let's see. Now it's breaking support. which, okay, so if an inverted hammer is on the downtrend, see, this is where I used to get caught and false breakouts on bull flag pullbacks. So this is why I want to like really look into this a little bit more deeply, because this cost me a lot of money. Okay, right here, I would see the pullback. I would see the red candle. I would see it start to break out. I'd get in, and then it would drop down with this inverted hammer. So it does say in my chart that this indicates a potential bullish reversal, like, oh, it broke this level, but I got stuck in so many false breakouts. So many false breakouts. Now, this is where I might set an alert flip-flop if it comes back up to this level. Create alert. Let's see. I'm going to have like a million alerts going off, and I'm going to be like so confused, guys. But if it breaks that level of support, I think an alert would help me. And then I could say, oh, okay, it's climbing back up to high of day. Yeah, I think the strategy that I'm working right now is because I looked at my data and I got rid of the stuff that was costing me money. I hate losing money. Of course we all do. So I'm going to transfer these trades over to my little trades viz. And I'm going to import. Let's take a look. So, all right. So these are the two trades I got on NIXX. This is the first one. It was a flat top breakout, but it was also a high of day breakout. And this one was simply a high of day breakout. I don't have any earth-shattering notes to add, but I now have two small trades, and I'm okay with that. You know what? Making $5 is better than losing 80. Like, I don't know why I'm embarrassed to have small trades. The underwriters are selling. Okay, the underwriters are selling 484,375 at a price of 68 cents. So when the pump is done, the price will magically drop down to the starting price. Yeah, Russ Cameron talks about stuff like that on his channel. Oh, flip-flop, that is a good point. I don't know because I'm just starting to use them. Let's take a look. How do I get into the alert? I don't know if I can. Let me cancel it. Whoops. Too many drawings now. Okay. Let's see. If I set an alert, create alert, because I only want them to live for the day. That's a good point. All right. So what does it say? Options. Whoops. Expire, not specified. Okay. So submit now, expire not specified, alert for reverse crossover. Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I guess I could put today. This is tonight. I could put tonight. So it would expire tonight because I don't need it after today, right? That's a good point, flip-flop. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want like a million alerts sitting on there for months. That would be annoying. But, you know, I'll try the alert thing and see how it works for me. Seems like, you know, a more intermediate skill level because, you know, you're like, you're able to probably just keep track of, you know, everything that you're doing. Your strategy is so specified, you know? Yeah, right? I mean, trading is, you know, it's like anything else. If you've been doing it for years, Spidey, you have a very developed strategy, right? I've been long-term investing for years, but as far as day trading, I've only been doing it since last year. So I do think it takes a long time to develop that intuition, which comes from experience, you know? You guys are definitely ahead of me on that front. You know, sitting in front of the charts for years is going to give you information, intuition. Hopefully I can develop that same intuition. Okay, so TRIP, TripAdvisor, it had a run up, but PAVS broke that high of day level. It did. What? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these drawings. Let's see. So pulled back, long green candle. Look at this. 3 long green candles. Oh, this is interesting. It might break high of day again. Oh, I love it. You guys are like connecting. I love it. Okay, maybe not. So this, trying to figure out what pattern, if this is a pattern that I know. So this isn't the 3 white soldiers, right? Because this candle, these are Maribozus, right? But I don't think Stargazer's on the chat today, but if this were another Maribozu, that would be the 3 white soldiers, right? But this isn't probably, this topping tail might disqualify it. Oh, wow. Big red candle. Okay. Big red candle. Sorry, I'm looking at my flashcards. My daughter's in college, and I was like, I have to go get flashcards for trading. She's like, get me some flashcards. She's studying for a nursing program entrance exam. So, so we're both making flashcards. I know, but the thing is, right? I have to go through. Stargazer is here. The bodies are intersecting, so not okay. Okay. Bodies not intersecting. Bodies not intersecting. Thank you. Okay, because I've got my flashcard, and when I realize things, I'm writing, you know. Yeah, Substack is really awesome, guys. I love Substack. I use it for my author stuff because I'm an author, and then I use it for my trading stuff, but I have 2 separate Substacks. But that's where I struggle through my weekly goal. I know it's so hard to watch somebody struggle when you're like, if they just understood this, but you know, it's like that letting go thing, you know, where you just kind of, you got to let people struggle in their own way. And then some people keep struggling and figure it out, and some people don't, right? I've learned that as a coach of athletes, you know. Some people get frustrated and stop, and other people figure out, but there's many ways to do it, you know. All right, we might be climbing back up to high a day, but the volume isn't popping up with the candle. So I'm not getting confirmation on the volume. And looking at the level 2, I don't know. I don't really trade penny stocks that often. I don't know. So this looks like a potential high of day breakout, but oh, now the volume's popping up. Okay, the volume's popping up now. Might have a breakthrough. Maybe I'll wait for a confirmation candle. So if I'm unsure about it, sometimes I wait for a candle to confirm over that level. So I know it's like I could be giving up some of the profit, but I'd rather be sure it's going to keep moving up. So this candle's almost done. I'm in at 49 cents even. Too much price hesitation for me. I didn't like it. I got out at break even. That's essentially a scratch trade. Didn't like it. So you know, I was hoping it would kind of, I'm glad I got out. I was hoping that it would break through and rip up like this one, you know, but the momentum didn't carry through. So, but I was going for a high of day breakout. I was going for a high of day breakout, but it didn't do it. I was thinking it would maybe keep going. This is why I waited for confirmation, because I've been fooled too many times. All right, so let me put that into my trades viz. I made 7 cents. Ooh, 7 cents. But I am being more conservative, you know, and honestly, it felt really good on Friday to have a small green day. I'd rather have a small green day than a big red day. Like, I don't know why I feel like I have to justify taking small scalping trades. Like, All right. That was essentially a scratch trade, but there was something that I wanted to do. Okay, so yeah, I'll say I waited. I want to just note I waited for a candle to close above high of day for confirmation before getting in. I just wanted to note that. And my Grammarly says I spelled everything correctly. Okay. So 3 tiny green trades, but I have to stop. I have to get over this feeling of being embarrassed of having small trades. So, yeah, these are scalps. 2 cents a share, 3 cents a share. This one, 7 10,000ths of a share. But I haven't done any damage, which I really like. All right. So it's breaking out over high of day again. I don't know. I don't see the volume. Look, see, the volume isn't really, the volume's going down. It didn't really pop up with this, so I'm missing it, but that's fine. I don't know. I'm missing it, but that's fine. James. That's so funny. You're like, I only made 1 cent. Hey, listen, it's better than a big red trade. I'm at the point where I feel like I'm essentially a break-even trader. And you know, I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with that. That's progress, honestly. So now the volume's catching up, right? The volume's catching up. No, not really. Look. So I missed that move, but honestly, I don't know what I missed that I should have got in on that. I don't know. That was a flat top breakout though. Boom, boom, boom. Well, we'll see. We'll see if there's another one. There's always another trade, right? Like, why am I stressing about it? I'm not going to stress about it. All right. So CAST, it's hitting that level of support again. CTM, I think CTM is pretty far from triggering this alert. I don't think it's coming back. HUBC, that's really not my thing. NIXX, again, could pop up, but I'm guessing it's below VWAP. I don't know. And PAVS. Hitting high of day again. TripAdvisor, wow, nothing's really happening. I'm just going to take that off my list. I thought something might happen. Yeah, I know. We're like, now listen, James, we can't spend it all in one place, okay? They got rid of the penny here in the US as far as like physical money. They got rid of the penny here. They're no longer making pennies. So I actually have a penny collection that I got from my grandmother that has like pennies from like 1909. And now I'm like, wow, it's really going to be a collector's item because the penny doesn't exist here anymore. Well, there's still pennies in circulation, but they don't make them anymore. Okay, so now this one. Okay, so this one's Stargazer. The bodies are not intersecting. So is this 3 white soldiers? This is 3 white soldiers, right? You haven't taken any trades either. Okay, so I'm glad I'm being like chill about the whole thing because I just, being stressed about it was not helping. Apparently panicking is a bad strategy in life because every time I try it, it doesn't work. Okay, so this broke high of day again. I'm waiting for volume confirmation or for a candle to close above that level. There is volume. Oh. Oh, it's not catching my order. Okay, I got out. I'm like, nah. That's the problem with pre-market, PAVS. So I tried a high of day breakout and let's see, export to file. So now I'm going to be very leery of this. Boo, red trade. All right, but I tried to get out right away. So let's go. Let's go. All right, so this one was also a high of day breakout. And right away I saw it like struggling. So I tried to get out. I tried to get out like 3 times. Get out twice. Semicolon. I was able to get out on the 3rd try. Manage. Okay, I guess that's a more elegant way of saying it. I managed to get out on the 3rd try. All right, but I was trying to get out here at 58 cents. Whoops. So what did I do? I got in at 58. No, I got in at 61. I mean, I was trying to get out of break even. All right, so I lost 3 cents a share. So that's kind of a wash. I'm still green. 75% win rate. But, not much going on today, guys. I'm glad I got out when I did. PAVS, did you look at the 9th? Let's see. Let's look at the 9th. At the 9th of this month? Oh my goodness. Wow. I traded it that day. Wow, look at that, huh? That's crazy. That's a Tory? Bullish? To Corey? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a snapshot of it. And I'm going to ask, what candle shape is this? Let's see what AI says. A single extreme spike candle. Yeah, I see that. Sometimes AI is so... What is the name of... I guess it can't identify candlestick shapes. What is the name of this type of candlestick? Let me see if it'll do that. Because I guess I could use AI to identify patterns that I'm like, if I'm not sure if I have it right or not, I could copy the pattern, put it into AI and be like, identify this pattern and see if I'm right. It says, the classic shooting star has a body roughly 1/3 or less of the total candle range. What you're looking at is an extreme version. Okay, so I guess it is a shooting star. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So shorts restricted, meaning that you can't, it says here hard to borrow, but does that mean that you can't borrow them? There's really not much going on, but I'm fine with that. If I don't take another trade, I'm okay with that. If I walk away with a $3 green day, I'm completely okay with that. What am I at right now? Let's see. I have $2.34 in the green. And you know what? I'm loving every second of it. Because that's with 100 shares, right? JRSH. Is that what you're watching, Aligos? whoops. JR. Let's see. Oh, it's got news. It's got news. And the float's under 20 million. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I'm wondering if it must be above the 200 simple moving average already. It's running up. I'm in at 778. Whew. Whew. Wow, that was a little scary. Okay. But now it's got this long topping tail, right? So I'm thinking it might reverse. So I did. I did. I somehow, I'm a little bit confused as to how that happened. I was in at 778. I think I got some slippage. I did. Thank you, but I'm not sure that was a smart trade. I don't think that was a smart trade, but that was definitely a momentum entry. So JRSH, that was definitely a momentum entry, but I'm not going to rush back in. I'll wait to see if it breaks high of day or something like that. That could have gone the wrong way for me. Whew. Got good news though. Earnings news, that's solid news, right? So let me transfer that. Sometimes when I need to, like, when I have a big green or red trade, I am like, okay, I'm just going to take a minute, like put it into, thank you so much, Aligos. I'm going to put it into my trades viz, you know, use that as a chance for me to kind of like not jump back in impulsively, right? So I don't know. This is one of those trades where I feel like I kind of got lucky, but I'll take it. All right, so this was a momentum entry. I held, I'm sure on the 1 minute, I mean on the 10-second chart, it was dipping down. I held through the dip and got out with some, there was definitely slippage on that. So it's broken through again. It has volume. It's hesitating, so. Okay, so now I'm looking to see what pattern that is at the top. It's got, let's see. That's not the dark cloud cover, right? Let's see. Let's see if I have that one here. Trying to identify. Got all my flashcards here. You're in at 8. Ooh, nice. In at 8. I hope it keeps going for you, Stargazer. I really do. But if you're in at 8, you're still green. You guys are really good about setting your stops at a place where you're green. Let's see. Let's see. So many shapes here. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so is that it? Is this an evening star? No, because this candle's not small enough, right? So that's not an evening star. Maybe I should organize these into categories. It's not dark cloud cover. Oh, okay. Oh, it is an evening star. Okay. Okay. So you got out. Okay. Got you worried. Okay, so it is an evening star. Okay. Because I was looking for, I thought if the top candle, I thought this top candle might be too small, but this is an evening star. All right. Yeah. Good job managing your risk too. See, that's exactly what I want to do is I want to understand the chart patterns like you did. You saw the evening star and got out. That is exactly what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to identify what's happening on the chart and use that to help me make those better decisions on points of reversal. All right. Okay. I was like, I wonder if that's an evening star. And you're like literally saying that's an evening star. See, that's kind of where I'm going with this week's goal is I want to be able to identify good exits and good job. So you got in, you saw the writing on the wall, and you got out. Awesome. So that's one of the 10 patterns I'm really focusing on to start the week off. Evening star, reversal, top forming after the run. And this is if you're in an upward trend, this signals a reversal to the downside. There we go. All right, that's where I'm headed. I really want to be able to use, okay, so now on the bottom here is this a, no, it's not a morning star because this would be longer, right? Did I just put it away? That's the evening star. I should take out the ones that I'm working on. Wait a minute. I should take out the ones that I'm working on. Bearish engulfing. Morning star. That's not a morning star, right? Because this candle should be longer, right? Should be longer. Right? I don't know. My Duolingo is reminding me. I'm telling you, if anything happens to me, my boyfriend has strict instructions to keep my Duolingo going and clear my internet history. But my Duolingo, like if I ever got in a car accident and I'm still alive and there's a chance I'm going to survive, I'm like, please keep my Duolingo going. I'm on like 453 days or something like that. Let's see, what's my streak? My Duolingo streak is 452 days. I'm like, please keep my Duolingo streak going. Getting out BE here. The AEL. Thanks, AEL. Not a morning star. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. You know, just a girl with her flashcards trying to figure out what's going on, people. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so I'm just trying to pull out the patterns that I'm working on this week. I should have done that before the live stream, but abandoned baby. Wait a minute, let's see. I know there are way more patterns in this. This is just where I'm starting. Nope, that's deliberation, rising window, tweezer top, tweezer bottom, tweezer top, bop, 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 3 inside up. A lot of different patterns. Falling window. Okay, here we go. dark cloud cover, and then where's the piercing thing, which is also rising sun. There we go. Piercing line of rising sun. All right. So these are the 10 I'm working on. Pulled them out of my flashcard deck. I'm such a dork, but I'm a nerd, but I've got my 10 flashcards for the ones I'm working on. Oh no. Ugh. So you got out break even. Oh, you shorted it. Okay. Oh, well, at least you got a break even. Oh, good for you, Flip Flop. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought BE was a ticker. Oh, okay. Good thing you got out break even. It's crazy to hear the other side of the trade. I mean, it's so helpful too, because I'm realizing that everything is the inverse of everything else. I mean, you guys last week helped me. I think it was you, Stargazer, that said, you know, that the patterns come in pairs, and it's so obvious, but mind-blowing. And now I'm seeing everything on both sides, you know? Well, good thing you got to break even. I'm glad to hear that. So now I'm really, so you were short at 636. Oh, you got in over here thinking it was going to dump, and then it ran to 10 bucks. Wow. Wow. So on the way down, well, you're playing it safe, right? And isn't that what we should be doing, is playing it safe as much as possible? I mean, I guess, you know, I feel like we always want to be kind of like at the edge of being, you don't want to be so comfortable that you're never taking any risks, but like, that seems like you made a good call, right? Because you don't want to end up in another mess. And it seems like it shot up way past your expectation, right? So it's already broken your trust. It's already broken your trust. So it's so interesting to see the trade from both sides, you know? Like from your perspective, Flip Flop, it's like, oh man, this has already broken my trust. It's gone up. And so then I would be leery of it. I would think it might go back up again. So I think getting out break even seems like the smart choice. I just got lucky here. This was just sheer luck. All right, so PAVS popped up again. PAVS, that just feels like a struggle. But it might pop up again. I don't know. NIXX, I don't think that's going anywhere. I'm just going to take the alert off because I don't think that's coming back up. If it is, it's not coming back up for a while. CTM, I'm going to keep that on there because I think that could pop back up with that news at market open. I feel like that news is that good. CAST broke this level of support. Maybe that would be a place to put an alert. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping, so I might reduce my share size so that I can not give away my green day, you know? That's my plan. But if I don't see anything else, I won't take it either. Like, I think having like kind of a chill attitude about it is helping me, because like sometimes in the past I've had a good green trade and had a really good green day and then just given it all back. You know, thinking the market's hot. Well, that doesn't mean, because I got one good green trade, that doesn't mean the market's hot now. So I should just trade my butt off. Like, yeah, I'll reduce to 50 shares to protect my green day. And then if I see things, I'll trade them. But right now I have 5 trades. And I went back and analyzed my data over the weekend. And it turns out that I did best on days where I had 10 or less trades. Like, that's what the statistics are saying overall. That I'm doing better on days where I'm trading 10 trades or less. So even if I have a green day, even if I have green days when I trade more, I seem to be doing better. So if I am a high of day scalper, which it looks like I'm turning out to be, then it's not about doing more trades. It's about scaling up in shares, I think. Which, you know, I have traded with 500 shares. I've traded with 1,000 shares before. I think I even traded with 1,500 shares last year at one point. So I can scale back up there again. But I think that if I am turning out to be a high of day scalper, then I'm going to have to start increasing my share size in order to make money. But let's I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I want to make sure that I actually have a strategy that's working for me. And the data is telling me that high of day breakouts and flat top breakouts are working for me. So it's like, you know, it's just more than one way to do it, right? So CAST, I don't know why I'm kind of interested in keeping an eye on it. I mean, this is good news. Freecast said it is expanding its direct TV relationship across residential and platform as a service ecosystems, positioning direct TV streaming, which no longer requires a home-mounted satellite dish, as a core integrated subscription offering within its consumer, residential, and enterprise partner networks. That could be good news, I guess. Yeah, he definitely advocates less trades, for sure, especially for new traders. He's like all about that. He just really pushes quality over quantity. And, you know, although when the market was really hot the other day, I thought he said he had 200 transactions. I mean, I think when the market's hot, he trades more. But like as a rule, I think I do right now what my data is saying. But the thing is, of course, I'm new, so I'm only using limited amount of data. Like right now, I'm kind of looking more at this year's data. I'm not even because last year I barely knew what I was doing. I was just stumbling through the dark, trying to find things, you know, just watching Ross Cameron's classes on repeat, trying to absorb the information. So last year was, I finished the year red, but this year I'm green, and I'm using the data from this year. And the data is telling me that, you know, I put everything I use AI to kind of help give me an extra level of analysis. And I don't think it's always the best. hope AI didn't hear me say that. But it is useful, and it just looks like I'm doing better with trade, like if I take under 10 trades a day. So I'm going to try to be really chill about, you know, if I see opportunities, I should absolutely take them, right? But if I find a strategy that works for me, and if I keep having success with high of day breakouts and flat top breakouts, I think at that point, I would start scaling back up. But I want to string together some green days first, you know, and get more consistent. That's what I need to do. String together those green days. But it kind of like, there was a little bit of excitement there, and then everything sort of died down. So it looks like CAST might be trying to break through this level here. I always try to guess where VWAP is. I'm like, is VWAP here? PAVS. I am disenchanted with PAVS because it gave me a red trade. I'm mad at PAVS. So JRSH, yeah. It tanked. CTM, yeah, not much going on, but okay. So since not much is going on, I will torture you guys with my weekly goal. So my weekly goal, this is from my Substack. If you are interested in watching me suffer through figuring out trading within the weekly goal format, check out my Substack, trade.with.raven on Substack. And this week I'm working on candle patterns. I'm starting with these 10 for the beginning of the week, but I have, look at all my flashcards I've made already with patterns and candle shapes. Okay. And I have a lot more flashcards to make. So, but my goal this week is to identify patterns while I'm trading, which I'm trying to do today, log patterns related to actual trades that I take. I didn't do that. Review the data at the end of the week. Okay, so I didn't do that. Let's see. Let's go back. Didn't do that. All right. So the timestamp is screwed. Okay, here we go. My first trades were on NIXX. So let me go back. NIXX. So my first two trades were on NIXX. So what was my first one? That was a flat top / high of day. That was here, right? Was that here? Yes. Okay, so it tapped this level, and then tapped, and then popped up. Did I use candlestick patterns to help me with this trade? Well, I did see that this was this is where it gets really fuzzy. Is this a spinning top? And this is is this a shooting star? No, it's more like a spinning top, a bearish spinning top, a shooting star, and then the third time it tapped through. So let me see. This is a little tedious, I know, but I think I need to, this is just to help me see if the shapes are helping me. So the first time it tapped, whatever the level is, the candle was a spinning top. The second tap was a shooting star, third candle to break was a, let's see, what is that? And what was the level? 153. This is a long green candle. It's not really a Maribozu because it has a little teeny tail here. So $153, long green candle, and okay. Okay. So that was that one. The second trade that I took was a, what was it? High of day breakout. Okay, see, this is what happens when you set a weekly goal, then you have to stick to it. Okay, second one was a high of day breakout. No, so it was over this one here. Huh, where did I get in? 167, so I was waiting for a break over this. So it dipped down, and then I was waiting for a break over high of day here. It's like a micro pullback almost. I'm not sure if the candlesticks could have helped me here. This is a shooting star, but the wick is wick is like the same size as the body. Let me ask. If a shooting star has a smaller wick, is it still a shooting star or a spinning top? Let's find out. Let's ask AI what its opinion is. If this here depends on what the lower wick is doing. If the upper wick shrinks but the body stays near the bottom of the range and the lower wick stays minimal or absent, you have a less extreme version. A spinning top, if the upper wick shrinks and the lower wick of roughly the same length. Okay, so this is still a shooting star. Okay, so upward momentum, a shooting star, and then it broke through the high of day. I don't know. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to analyze. Okay, so, whoops. There, actually, after, whoops, a long green candle, there was a bearish shooting star. The next green candle broke high of day. This was sort of a micro, I want to say this is sort of a micro pullback. So this is good because I'm really kind of, I know I'm going to be wrong on some of this. Like, I get it. I'm going to be wrong. Probably on a lot of it. But the point isn't to be necessarily right. The point is for me to work on my analysis. All right, next trade. PAVS. Ugh, PAVS. Yuck. Wait, what was the first one? The first one was a high. They were both high of day breakout. Okay. All right. So this was the high of day. I did wait for a candle to confirm above. So let me see here. Oops. There we go. Trying to just zoom in here. Oops. All right, so I waited for a candle to confirm. And then I got in, even though the volume wasn't increasing anymore. That's what I should have looked for. But here we had 1, 2, 3, but there's overlap. So that's not 3 white soldiers, right? But we had 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. It broke through. This looks like a spinning top. So there was a top wick here. There's a top wick. So this right here is an opening bullish Maribozu, right? Followed by a spinning top with an upper wick, a slightly longer upper wick. And then I got in and it rejected. Okay, so bullish opening Maribozu followed by a spinning top with a slightly longer top tail. I waited for confirmation before getting in. It rejected. It hesitated. That's what happened. It hesitated. And I got out. Break even. Okay. So that's that one. I know these notes are a little bit tedious, but you know, this is where I really need to break it down. You're watching the struggle, guys. All right. The next one. All right. This was another high of day breakout, right? So this is the pullback. This was a strong green candle. But I got in, but it rejected. Okay, so I saw a long green candle. I waited for volume, but once I got in, it rejected. That's where I tried to get out. Okay. Last one, JRSH. JRSH. CUPR. Okay, let's take a look. CUPR. I'll do the JRSH after. CUPR. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, it's popping up. Oops. Sorry, I'm having some issues with my windows over here. Okay. Wow, look at the relative volume. It's 40 times the 50-day average. That is pretty high. Okay, so these are overlapping, but this one is not. It's just running up. Does it have news? FDA approval. Okay, it has good news and it's got good news. It's hovering right under 7. 792, 791. I know. Sometimes I do. That's a good question, Aligos. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I put, like if I get really frustrated, but I try to not get too stuck in that. So I'm seeing topping tails, but it is. The volume's up there, but the price is kind of hesitating there. Nope, keeps pushing higher. I'm in at 759, but only for 50 shares. I got out because I was trying to get in on this run up, but that was a momentum entry, and I don't know, I just didn't like the larger topping tail. I'm gonna reduce my share size even more. Speaking of emotional decisions. All right, so that was definitely a momentum entry. All right, so this was momentum entry. All right. So on this one, oh, we've got a flat top, potential flat top, but I don't know. What is the resistance there? A bearish harami on the 133 tick. Bearish harami. Oh, because you use ticks. Oh. I got in for the break, but I didn't like it. So high of day, red, and then that one was a flat top breakout, but I don't know. I didn't like it. I got out like slightly green on that. It's just moving so quickly. I'm going to go up to 50 shares because I had a green trade. So it's just tapping this level of support. Out at 825. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I got a very small green trade here. Well, not that small. It was 12 cents a share. No, wait. 8 cents a share, but I was only trading with 25 shares. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, Eligos, my emotions, I'm not sure the most reliable thing to follow. I feel like to some extent trading is, in some extent, trying to retrain myself emotionally. So I'm not sure. I think there's a difference between intuition, which is developed through experience, and just going on like a feeling, or and it's okay to have emotions, of course, but I don't know. Maybe when I'm like more solid on the technical, then I will start tracking that. But right now I feel like the bottleneck is like, it's hard for me to say that my emotions are the problem when I'm still learning the technical analysis piece, But yeah, I mean, definitely, it's like, I'm sure my emotions are going, I'm sure my emotions are running hot, when I have a red trade. Trying not to jump in and revenge trade here. So that helps to reduce my share size. That kind of helps me manage that. But so now it broke this level, this trend line. Here. Let's see what happens. If it pops back up for high of day. I don't know. Good trade though, Stargazer. Very good trade. Yeah, I jumped in here. I was chasing momentum. Chasing momentum. Oops. I might go for another break of high of day. I think it is. But it's so close to the bell. You're like, thank you. It did break high of day. but yeah, it's so close to the bell. Oh, look at that, huh? It's driving higher. Oh my God. It broke high of day. Here, this is an opening Maribozu, right? Here's another. It's like, I want to jump in, but okay. I jumped in and out late on the high of day breakout, but I felt like I saw it and I didn't want the red trade to get in my head, which maybe I should record stuff like that, because when I have a red trade, sometimes it gets in my head and I try to remember, you know, I live in Boston and I'm not a huge football fan, but I know that one of the strategies that the Celtics had, the Patriots had during their like heyday with Tom Brady was taking one game at a time. And I really try to look at each trade individually. So that was a green trade, which pulled me back a little bit out of the other momentum trade that went wrong, but so this one here was an opening Maribozu. This one here is just a long green candle, right? And then I'm looking for the reversal. Is it going to break through 10? Might break through 10. Ooh, did you get back in, Stargazer? It might break through 10. Looking at the... Is this dark cloud cover here? Right here? Is this the dark cloud cover pattern? Oh, it might break for 10 though. Maybe not. Okay. Let me take some of this off here because it's a little bit getting a little cluttered. These are all topping tails. Morning star. That is a morning star. Let's see. It broke 10. That was just a scalp, but I tried to get in for the break of 10. Okay, so this is like crazy. It broke 11, so I tried to get in for the break of 11. Okay, I'm going to like cool it because now I think I'm kind of getting a little bit I don't want to get like overconfident. So I'm just going to kind of chill out a little bit. Let's see. Got high of day here. So I'm actually going to, in order to take a break, because I'm kind of in danger of making a colossal mistake, I think. I'm going to put my trades into TradesViz so that I don't, because sometimes when I'm doing well, I overcommit, right? I don't want to commit more than I can afford to lose. That is 100%. One of the guys I used to train with who went to the UFC and became very successful there, he always said to me, don't commit more than you can afford to lose in the ring. And it's very applicable for trading, extremely applicable for trading. So I'm going to at least tag these trades. I might have to go in later to figure out what candlesticks I was looking at. But at the very least, I'm going to tag my trades. So this one was a flat top. And this one was a high of day. And this one was a high of day plus a break of the whole dollar. And this one was a high of day plus a break of the whole dollar. Okay. So right now I am at 10 trades and I'm green. Now, I was saying earlier that dark cloud at 917. Let's see, 917 right here. So this is a dark cloud. So I think I'm confused as to why this is a dark cloud, but this isn't. Let me take a look. Dark cloud cover. Red candle closes below 50% of the green. Wait a minute. Red candle closes below. So in my notes, and I know I'm getting way too detailed about this probably. Forgive me if I'm nitpicking Stargazer because, but I was reading that on the dark cloud cover, I don't know if you can see this, on the dark cloud cover, the red candle has to close below 50% of the green candle. So here it's not doing that. Here it's not doing that. So I was thinking that this was the dark cloud cover and this is a more evening star. The most accurate dark clouds have tall top wicks. Okay. Look for tall top wicks. I realize some of this is subjective, which is why I feel like it takes a lot of practice, right? But my data shows me over the weekend, my AI said, when I put everything into AI, it said that 50% is a guide. Yes, see, I'm being too rigid. I can be rigid. I need to be flexible and adaptable. It's very important for those of you who are younger to not get rigid as you get older. I'm 55 and a lot of times people my age get rigid. So I'm trying really hard to be adaptable. And this is the tough thing about learning candlestick patterns. It's subjective. And like you said, Stargazer, it's a guide, right? It's just a guide. But my data shows that I do better if I take 10 trades or less. So, okay. High five to the over 50 club. High five. Yeah, I get rigid like sometimes, and I have to remind myself like, don't do that, you know? Don't do that. Oh, it looks like a potential reversal. So now I'm struggling, really struggling to see the patterns on the ones that are bullish. But see the over 50 club. Look at us. Look at us. This is our time to shine. This is our time to shine. Over 50. I do think that like my viewership is definitely skews older. I have, you know, I've been, you know, watching on the weekends like, oh, who watches my channel? And there are people of all ages watching, even some teenagers, which, oh my God, can you imagine if I had started trading as a teenager? Oh my God, I would be like a master at it by now. But yeah, it does seem like my viewership skews to the older side, like 35 to 65, you know, which makes sense, right? Older people have more disposable income generally. But boy, I wish I had started when I was like, yeah, there's definitely, I have some viewers that are 13 to 17. So, you know, that's why we have to keep a clean show here. Okay, so because I want to encourage those young people to do stuff like this. This is great. Can you imagine? The Senior Citizen Trader Club. Exactly. Exactly. You think I'm not planning on taking over the the nursing home? Winner of the senior trading competition gets the good Jello. Yeah. Too funny. Too funny. But yeah, I really want to encourage young people to get involved. Like my kids, you know, my poor children, I used to force them on Fridays. We used to do fun finance Fridays, and I would make them learn something about investing before we'd go to the grocery store, get like fun snacks, and then I'd be like, all right, guys, we have to learn about stocks and, you know, balance sheets. They were like, we're 10. What are you doing? I'm like, hey, you got to learn now, you know? So you know, we take 4 trades and then hit the rebounder. That's the thing. You mean on this one, flip-flop, on CUPR, it is trending sideways now. It is trending sideways. So we're close to the open. We're less than 5 minutes from the open. So I might take, I'm going to stay at 50 shares because I'm green and I want to stay green. That's the only reason. Unless I see something really, really amazing. And then I might increase my share size. But getting flexible about that has been a game changer because, again, I'm a rule follower. And sometimes I'm too rigid about the rules. But my data is telling me that less trades is more profitable. And I'm at 10 trades. So based on my data, if I keep trading too much, I'm going to give it back. That's what my data shows over and over and over. Oh, the rebounder. That's so funny. I took my kids to the trampoline park like a month ago. They're adults now, but we just had a blast. I love that stuff. I am definitely going to be the senior citizen trying to do all the dangerous stuff, and the staff's going to hate me because they're going to be like, ma'am, please get back in your wheelchair. Ma'am, you can't bungee cord jump. They're going to be so mad at me. But yeah. Well, so CUPR is trending sideways. which makes me think that people are kind of holding on till the open. This is one of those things that I don't really have like a solid evidence-backed thesis for this statement. But now after watching charts for a year, I'm like, I've seen where it's like getting close to the open and a stock kind of almost like treads water. I don't know. Is that what you guys have seen? Yeah, we're so close to the open. So I'm really curious what's going to happen with this stock at the open. Yeah. So what an interesting day. I'm going to have to, after the live stream, I will have to go back and make sure I put in all the notes about the candlestick patterns and the shapes and just force myself to do it, because that's the only way I'm going to get good at it, you know, is to force myself to do it. All right, we have 1 minute till the open. So my goal at this point is to not give back my green day. That's my goal. Not overtrade. If I see something, I'll take it, but I am at 10 trades, so the data does not lie. Can't hide run from my data. Let's see how, I'm going to see. I checked how the stock market was doing this morning, but it's rallying sharply. Okay, so this is kind of like where, you know, if I do see really good stuff, then I will, oh, look at that. It's coming back up right before the market opens. Oh, okay. Good luck, everybody. I'm really curious what this is going to do. Very curious. But if I don't trade, I'm okay with that, because then I won't lose my green day. You know, only if I see something. So LASE over 230. Let's see, is LASE popping up again today? Oh, okay. Choppy, right? Low volume. It's got low volume today. CAST didn't really come back up. PAVS trying to come back up. I'm really interested. Oh, CUPR. Oh my goodness. That's running up. Okay. I scalped a little, momentum. Let's see. A little momentum trade. I'm going to call that, well, it was really break of high of day and a break of high of day. But now it's kind of hovering around 1263, 1264. 1263, 1264. Is it gonna halt? I think it's gonna halt. It's halting. Okay. Yeah. It's funny. I'm watching. Don't forget SpaceX. Well, I traded SpaceX on Friday. Yeah, it's funny because, like, you know what I noticed on Thinkorswim, and I don't know if it's like this on the other platforms, but I noticed that it freezes here on the candlestick first. So when my eye catches that the level 2 and the tape are still running, but I see the candlestick price, I see the tag for the candlestick price freeze, I'm like, I think it's gonna halt, and then it does halt. Yeah, SpaceX, I traded on Friday, but I got out right away. I just wanted to say I traded it on the first day, and I just got not really small green trades. I mean, I got like $4 a share because I traded one share at a time, which I thought was really, that was a good trade. But I'm out of tea, but I'm not going to go get tea right now. This is That's not happening. So I don't know. This is the first halt for CUPR. I don't generally trade halts, but wait a minute. This is their news. They got clearance for its Metafy maggots product that uses Lucilia caprina larvae and maggot to breed. Listen, it's like crazy how that's probably how they did things in the dark ages, right? And now they're coming back to that. That is nuts. Wow. Didn't really read the whole news. All right. I wonder how long this halt will be. But maybe I will reduce my share size and play. Because I do think it's going to keep going up. Like, maybe not a lot. But if I reduce my share size, I will feel comfortable playing. Wow, a lot of stuff's popping up. But I don't know. I'm not... Good morning, Recycle with Chad. We've had a big day so far. A lot of stuff going on so far. CUPR seems to be, I don't know. I know there's other stuff going on, but I get so distracted. ARQQ. Let me just take a look at that. Look at that. ARQQ. Low volume though. Look at that. Only 200,000 shares total volume. Well, CUPR has good news in JRSH, but JRSH, who's the one that had the drone? I mean, the government contract, CTM. All right, I'm going to take PAVS off. I just feel like every time I trade it, I don't have good luck with it. I can't seem to catch its timing. I can't seem to get the feel for it. NIXX. I'm going to take that off. Oops. LASE. It's moving up. Wow, what a gap. It's well above its opening range now. Look at that. Well above the opening range. Wow. EDHL is up. VSME. Good morning, Christoph. Yeah, wow. A lot of people are jumping in. 3 White Soldiers on ARQQ. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Look at that. I don't know what to look at. CUPR is back, right? This could be interesting. Okay. It dipped, went up after the halt. So that was a halt trade. I'm going to be wicked careful because wicked careful. I'm from Boston. Wicked careful. I'm going to be wicked careful. I don't want to give back everything that I got today, which is definitely a danger for me. I'm at 12 trades now. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. So I'm going to take a second, put my trades in, see where I'm at. So this is how I kind of calm myself down after red and green trades. I take a break to enter my trades. That way I'm not rushing into something. Even though CUPR, I can see it out of the corner of my eye. I can see it running up. So I got a momentum trade and high of day on that. And then my second one was coming out of a halt. Okay. And I have not had a chance yet to okay, so I'm going to be super cautious. Right now I'm at 107. That's a good day for me right now. So I'm going to be really kind of cautious. Over $100. I don't want to like give that up for what? I don't know. I might be done, guys. I'm still going to watch, obviously, but I might be done trading. It's just not worth it for me to give up the $100 green day for something risky. And I'm at 12 trades because my data shows that I do best under 10 trades. I'm already at 12. It shows that when I trade more, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times I give back my green day. So let's see. CTM, that's not coming back. Let's get rid of that. Remove, remove. All right. So I'm going to listen to my data. And be careful. Just kind of watching though, like this is definitely a flat top breakout. I like these. But the problem is that it has really low volume, low relative volume, no news. So I'm going to take that off my list. CAST, it broke that level of support. So I'm going to take that off my list. CUPR back down to 12. That was pretty much the one that I traded the most today. That's the other thing. I seem to do best when I trade like less tickers. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe, just it's fine. It's fine to just sit out on the sidelines. If I see something amazing, yes. But this is kind of made a return trip. LASE, that's made a return trip. I'm going to try to like pretend like I just came into the trades. Like I just started trading in the morning. I'm just going to try to have the same patience, like, oh, whatever. Because, yeah, my statistics show that I tend to, up 15 cents on RGNT. Nice, Stargazer. RGNT. Let's take a look. Nice. All right. This is like definitely, oh, I love these right here. See this? I love this. This flat top breakout. I love those. Love, love, love. Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to let the data lead where it's so tempting to keep going, but is this going to halt? I think this is going to halt too. Yep. I do like, yeah. I like trading in halts. I've made a lot of money in halts, but I've also lost a lot of money. Yeah, I think I might just be really cautious and say, take the green day and run. Because, you know, I'll try to have the same patience I did when I started the day. Caught in the halt. Let's see. But it has room to go. It has room to move, so. And let's see, 5 million shares. The relative hasn't calculated the relative volume yet. It's the first halt though, right? So usually, not usually, but from what I understand, and I'm not an expert in halts, but from what I understand, it's like the first and second halt are the best ones to trade. So being caught in the first one, I don't think is that bad. Is CUPR halted again? It is. It's halted back down. Okay. Volume-wise, this is the largest volume candle, I think, of the day on CUPR. So the two stocks, excuse me, that I'm watching are halted. So, yeah. Yeah, I think my data is telling me don't give back what you got already. So it's like, how do you know when to dial up because the market's hot and when to scale back because you're like, I don't want to lose my green day? I feel like we'll see. If I see something amazing, I'll jump in, but oh, excuse me. I got to bed too late watching the fights. I still did miss the main event, but BSME, HQ, AHMA, bunch of stuff popping up. But I'm curious. I really want to see what's going to happen with RGNT when it resumes. Hopefully it's just a 5-minute halt. I think on Zendu it will show you the resumption price. Let's see. To make it bigger. I don't see it on here, but yeah. PAVS is moving, but nope, I got burned, so I'm not doing that. Yeah. Just kind of waiting to see what happens with this one. And CUPR is halted on the way down, so I won't get involved in that. This might have been the high, you know, the climax candle of the day. I'm lucky that I got in and out on that. Let me see. When did the halt start? Oh, there it goes. It's dipping. Dipping. 140, 250. Oh, there it goes. Oh man, no. A lot of times they dip and go right up. Look at this. Look at that. Long bottom tail. It's trying to push back up. It's trying to push back up through high of day. And look at this. Look at all this resistance at 256. Keeps tapping that level. It keeps tapping that level. That's crazy. 256. It's 255, 248. GELS is popping up again. Oh, I like these flat top breakouts. I'm only in for 25 shares. Okay. I just scalped a trade for 25 shares because I just saw the setup, and that was what I meant by, like, if I see something I really like. So that was RGNT, and that was a flat top breakout. But I'm glad I held out for something that I really, really liked. Oh, it's still driving higher. You added it 242. You are so brave, Stargazer. It's slowing down. It's slowing down. I think it's going to halt again. Yep. Wow. This one's kind of exciting. All right, I'm going to add that trade. That was a small one, but I was like, I think I am a scalper, guys. And I'm okay with it. I'm really, really, really okay with it. You know, sometimes I feel bad about taking these tiny little trades, but I'd rather be take these tiny little trades and be green. So this one was no, wait, I gotta import the trades first. Sorry. See, this is why I take a break and load my trades, because it keeps me from losing my cool. Oops. So that was a flat top breakout. That was a really clear flat top breakout too. Okay, this is great. CUPR tried to bounce back up, halted again. So this is the third halt. So I would be like really careful about this, but I don't know. Was another morning star so added? So the morning star is here, this right here. All right. Oh, you added because you saw the morning star. So that's this one, morning star. So you saw the morning star, and that's what made you add when it broke over this level. It's funny because I was thinking of these as like bull flag pullbacks or micro pullbacks, and seeing them through the lens of candlestick patterns is a lot easier. A lot easier for me. But it's interesting. You traded it because you saw the morning star. I traded it because it broke high of day and had this, flat top. I saw it tapped it once, it tapped it twice, the third time it broke through. Interesting. Very helpful. Yeah, I'm learning so much, guys. So I have to make sure after the live stream, I go back and record the patterns that I saw. Went long over the break of that morning star candle. Got it. Right here. See, I'm learning so much. Thank you, Stargazer. It's been very helpful to like identify the patterns. So after my live stream, I will go back through the trades that I didn't get to document, and I will go back and write in the notes for what candlestick patterns that I see, and try to get that dialed in at 9:48 right here. Got it. So the break over here, that's what you traded. Wow. Okay. Yeah, today's been interesting. Really just trying to use my data as the guide, and be okay with being a scalper, you know. So I think giving myself the freedom to be a scalper has been good. Not putting the pressure on myself to like, I have to get big trades. I have to get big trades because, you know, I'm not there yet. So, you know, oh, it's resuming and it's hesitating. 295, dipping and going straight up. What? Now that was the second halt, right? Dip and rip. It dipped and ripped. That is beautiful. I know. It's been a good day, Aligos. It's going to halt again. It's going to halt again. I think it's going to halt again. Nope. It's moving again. It's moving. It hesitated for a minute. Wow. It's still going up. Oh my goodness. It's still going up. Okay, now it's hesitating a little bit around 360, 365, 364, 361, out at 370. Stargazer, that was an awesome trade. Wow, good job. Good job. Wow. That was an awesome trade. Okay. All right. Now that was the second halt. I've heard that after the first two halts, you should be really cautious about getting in, but what do I know? I don't know what I'm doing. Wow. This has been really exciting. I wonder if it's going to go for high of day. It hit the 200 like on the Fibonacci thing. So out. Got it. Okay. On the Fibonacci retracement. That's one of those things that's on the list to look at once I get the fundamentals. Wow. So the volume is pulling back. So this could be a pullback. And the trend line broke. Yeah, okay. So I guess it depends on where you drew it. Guess it depends on where you drew it, right? Let me take this off. Wow, this was an interesting day. Really interesting day. Well, guys, this was a great day. I'm going to call it so that I can get my recap done. Yeah, the 948 connect through line from here to here. Let's see, from here to here. Got it. I'm going to call it. It was a great day, great chat, very productive. Everybody kind of had a lot to offer. You know, I have a lot of food for thought because I'm letting my data drive my trading right now. And I think that kind of helped keep me in check today. And that's pretty much it. All right, so I'll do my recap later, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.